All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, what's up? What's up? For those of you tuning in on YouTube, be sure to check out the disclaimer that's on screen. Remember that day trading is risky business indeed. Right now, I'm getting my scanners pulled up here because I had to X out my browser. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna pull up my face here in a sec, and we'll be good to go. For those of you in the chat room, good morning as well. Hope you guys are feeling good. Am I in the chat room? I have to double check. Let's get a grip here. Okay, there it is. There's the handsome face that the people have been waiting for. For those of you in the chat, good morning. What's up? Yeah, I got on this airport pillow on my neck today to try to help out a little bit because my neck is cooked right now. Yeah, Alan has the right idea there. All right, so now that we've had ample time to read the disclaimer here, we're going to now move on to the watch list. Remember, day trading is risky. Take time to learn how to trade. Utilize small size simulators. Do not try to copy trade. It doesn't work. And lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. So be careful of fake Relentless trader accounts. I will never message you first. Okay, writing up the watch list. There's VERO, which is up 244%. There is recently XXII. I haven't even checked that one out yet. XXII. There's also DXF. All high percentage gainers. PHIO. And there are a few others here, including WORX and FMTO. FMTO has maybe an offering. Well, never mind. This is doomed. This is finished. Hopefully no one got caught. So we can scratch FMTO from the list. At least that makes things a little bit more simple. I was wondering where it went. It was up here at the top. So I guess XXII will replace that one. So that leaves us with WORX. Okay. Alright, fine. We don't want to see I'm not gonna even check the news, but that has to be a secondary offering. We don't want to see too many of those because then it can weigh in the sentiment. But for now, I think we should be good. We've been seeing a pretty hot small cap land here the last couple of days. The tariff seems to be bringing volatility to the small cap land, surprisingly. MBOT. 25%. I mean, it's the percentage gain on this one is kind of low. But yeah, why not? Just in case. Just in case. I think there's been two things that's been working, right? We've had stocks at like 80 cents go up to 150 or more. And then stocks around like 8, 9, 10 going up to 15, 20. So I really want to be on the lookout for those two factors. Not guaranteed that that's what will happen, but that's kind of what we've been seeing. You can always get a random $3 stock move up, right? Or maybe MBOT takes off. But yeah, so coming back to the top, VERO, I'll go up to this one, and then make my way through the list. I don't know about you guys, but my Thinkorswim after the open has been laggy, as in like the charting. The DAS platform has been a mess the last 2 days. Hopefully today we give her back to normal, hopefully. So for VERO, once again, we're up 243%, 14 million shares of volume. And we got our pre-market highs at 1331. Pretty big move. It started off from 659, so not bad. We got a nice push up. And of recent, we had a low of 911 on our pullback. We've since bounced up a little from there, and we're consolidating below the VWAP. So if we were to look at this little range here, it's a little tighter. And so I'll probably move up the lows to then 974. And the high of the current range is 1066 in this smaller consolidation below VWAP. We do have a couple of topping wicks on the daily chart going back to June of last year, high point of 1749. And then there's February of last year, high point of 2437. Both of these days we rejected the 200 EMA. I gotta turn my whole body if I'm gonna look to the right. Looking to the left is much easier, but then to the right I have to like... Am I still on this screen? Oh crap. Am I? No, I think I'm good. Okay. Yeah, okay, I'm good. Smitty B is in the building. Noah, what's up? What's up? Liquid, what's up? Guys, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, support. You know, every day we get 600 viewers and only like 90 likes. If I don't say anything, there's like 80, 90 likes. Those 80 to 90 people, you know, a huge shout out. The remaining 500 people, man. And when I do say it, we go up to like 150, then maybe like 180. So shout out to everyone who then hits the thumbs up. But what's going on with the 400 people? Every time, every day. So I'm challenging the audience here. Right now there's already 260 people. We need at least 200 likes in the next 50 seconds, at least. I appreciate it. As you guys know, I'm here every day, putting it all out on the line. Showing the world everything. So, Marco, hit that thumbs up and let's do this. Well, we tried reducing the ads, and then there was a goal, a like goal for like a week, and then we didn't hit the like goal. We can try it again. We can try it again at some point. If the audience asks for it, we'll try it again. Okay, all right. There's only 3 minutes, and I've spent 10 minutes on this one stock here, it seems like. So I'm going to get myself going here with some rapid fire trend lines, and I'll be ready to go. And before doing that, I do want to remind myself of a couple of quick things. One, on pullbacks, I need to size down a little bit. Two, when I do have the intuition that a good trade is coming, I want to plan accordingly, think about the risk, think about the reward, manage share size accordingly. And three, even if things don't go according to plan, you know, again, it's not a perfect world. If we make a mistake here or there, we have to not linger on it, but instead look forward to future opportunities, taking the next best A quality setup, things like that. We got to keep a clear mind. We got to be quick. We got to be reactive. Really look forward to trading the best setups. And, you know, as usual, small size first. So I'll go ahead and do that quickly here. Just adjust my share size so that into the open I don't have a mistake. By the way, DXF is looking a little weak. I'm thinking maybe into the open I watch maybe PHIO. I mean, oh, okay, I'll watch VERO. I'll watch VERO into the open, and I'll take it from there. So we got 2 minutes, 26 seconds. All right, a quick couple of trend lines here for some of the other stocks. PHIO, which is up 118%. Highs are at 274, low of the current pullback 210. 195, the VWAP. 195. 200 EMA at 360. I have a lot of trend lines for this stock. Too many. It had a big day a while back. That was in January. We went up to a high of 979. Pretty impressive. So a minute 30 seconds to the open. I think PHIO and VERO will be my top two. FMTO sold off. It's down to 25 cents, man. Is it worth the buying for a bounce? Maybe. But the risk is there in case it goes down to 10 cents, right? So I'll just leave that alone because it's not uptrending momentum. There's no need for me to try to be Superman on that stock. Just gotta let it go. DXF. What's interesting with my neck is that it feels much better during the day, but when I sleep, maybe I'm like sleeping in all sorts of, rolling around in all sorts of crazy position. I wake up and then it feels pretty bad. Okay, VERO into the open, small size. $10.50. Okay, $10.50. 11. I got Phil on the ask right there, kind of brutal. Stock is strong here. The VERO to start, first minute, but can we hold up this type of momentum here and not sell off? It's the key. 11.95 for highs. Wow, that is insane. So we're seeing similar strength to what we had yesterday. That was a good dip. It held up the whole dollar. It continued. That's what we want to see out of the stock. I'm gonna size up. I'm gonna size up, but I gotta be careful because we might see some pullbacks coming soon. But I'm gonna go aggressive here if we can keep holding up this type of momentum. Oh, I got filled on the ask. Okay, alright, okay, okay. See, the first big trade, of course. Trying again, 65. And it looks like it is coming down. So it's giving back everything here. Alright, okay, that's fair. So I'm not gonna get the balance there of the big size going up, but big size coming down. So that's gonna put me a little red. Fair. Is there something else? If this one wants to give back all the gains here. The candle still has 2 minutes, so it's possible it curls. But I don't like the bigger red candle there. With the trades I had going up, we've still be net green, I believe. So pretty fair, pretty decent so far. We could see a new high eventually. It's brutal, Rada. Was that low? 03? Well, accuracy is a big thing here. You gotta be accurate. Time, 30 seconds. The key is accuracy. I want to see it over 12. I should have still probably been holding. Chased it. It didn't go. We could get a new high soon. Take a couple cents. I probably should have held that. I probably should have held that. Take a couple cents, but holding there wasn't a bad idea with that kind of fill. The key is for the stock to break out and not fail. It's gonna go. I sold it, man. I'm back in, but it's risky. Bro, if it had went right away, I would have did well, but it stalled out. But so far so good. Let's see how it does over 13. Short sellers need to cover their positions here. Why would you hold through this high when this thing can moon? Because we're in a hotter market. I'd be covering, so I'm gonna just keep buying like a maniac here. I shouldn't even be selling, but I am because I'm a little chicken. And it might go without me here. Pastor, slacking. I'm not getting great fills. I think I should be up way more. But we're still looking for a bigger trade if we can get the breakout. Analysis doesn't know I don't know what's going on. Why are we failing here? It held up VWAP, but I think we need to bounce back over 12 here. Okay, all right, fair. So it's not ready yet, and we have lows. This will be interesting if it gives the same setup from yesterday. For those of you who saw the recap, I'm gonna trade this range though. Smaller size. WORX, XXII, how are those doing? If this stock continues, we're gonna gun for like a 10, 20K day. But I'm gonna be careful to not get too aggressive. There's risk. You gotta avoid the bigger flushes, or else it could be catastrophic losses. Can we get over 12? It's looking like resistance to me. I need these glasses. Where are they? Okay. My eye is starting to go to the depths here. The blue light from the screen cooking my eyes. All right, let's see how it does. It's holding up pretty tight here, actually. There's 12. Oh shit, I would have got cooked. It's kind of high. 80, 90. Holy shit. I did not expect that right away. Damn. Well, if you caught it, you caught it. If you didn't, you're in the depths. And I'm in the depths. Can we see a good dip? Oh, of course it goes like that. 1350. Holy smokes, brother. I had no intuition it would go all the way for new highs. Or I would have been in with tight stops. The fills are kind of crazy, so you gotta watch out. Fill isn't really improving, so you know what? That setup was the same setup from yesterday, but it didn't consolidate as long as the one yesterday. The one yesterday consolidated for like 13 minutes, maybe. Damn, bro. Shit. It looks like it's coming back down again. It's just too big of a pullback for that move. Or like right where we started at 12. It's done. It looks like backside. Okay, what else is moving? I'll take the gains. I'm disappointed that we didn't do better, but whatever. That freaking hype day move just snuck up on me. Is there something else? XXII. XXII is in depths. I'm not quick to sell that last position because, maybe a little too much conviction this stock is not going to fail. So I gave it more time and more room, and it is just into the oblivion, into the abyss. Nothing else is looking good. And FMTO is at 11 cents. Look at that. Is this the time to take a small position for a bounce to 50 cents? Or is it just cooked? If this candle closes green, I'm going to take a small trade. Small trade, not like huge size or anything. Maybe just like a couple thousand shares. Time. This will be the first green candle to close. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna give it a 1 cent stop. Risking 150 bucks. And I've already stopped out. Great. Okay, whatever. Maybe it's not going to give anything. The halt down is at 10. Oh, wow. Yeah, it would have been nice to see at least like, 30 cents or something on a good bounce. Hmm. Did I take a trade over 12? The ERO. I was in at 56 out of 80. In at 1242 out of 76. Oh, just brutal. Missed that. And then there was no micros on the way up either. Like, at least not below 13. Or let's say above 13. What else is moving? SOBR, VERO. SOBR. Oh, SOBR does not look good, brother. Scan is in the depths. Let me see. Why does something like this hit the scan? It's pretty depthy. Mm-mm. Good old breakout on the consolidation. It seems like the stock is still trading in a range, so I could be missing entries, not trading this bear flag. But it just seems like backside, which is why I haven't touched it since. But doesn't mean that there wasn't, a couple of bounces here. Another early sell. DXF. Is it just all halts? just waiting patiently. It's 9:52, so still a little early, but looking to tread lightly here. You gotta really keep in mind, like when this type of stock starts to move, like it's important to remember how much it goes when it does go. So when you miss a particular entry, but you know like, hey, this thing can go up $1.50, even if it's like, 40 cents higher than where you would have wanted. But of course it's somewhat chasing, so you would have to be careful still. But here's 1060. I'm gonna give it a shot. 1060. Can we see 11, or is this too early? There's 84. And I'm out flat. Trying the $half. That $half is no good. Well, it's still fighting. Looking for the bounce to 11, but scratch trades. Okay, switching over to perhaps DXF, which resumption is that 6:28? Man, wow. I don't have to count down anymore here, and it's like my brain don't even know how to do the math anymore. It's good that it's one less thing we have to remember, though, the countdown. I think for this one, because it's lighter volume, actually, I probably won't even touch this. The volume is just way too low here. This is going to be the wild west, and I need a place where there are rules and laws, not randomness. So I think it's a good time to sit on my hands and watch the scans. Perhaps PHIO. I'll hold up PHIO. Doing the rotation, PHIO. Small size first, PHIO. High of day is at 239. Chasing that did not work. Okay. 29. 34 to halt up. Bro, this level 2 is kind of tough for me here so far, but okay. I'll give it time. And maybe we need a good pullback. Maybe lightning speed scalps is the way to go. Let's see. Maybe. But I gotta watch out for the first red candlestick. Okay, it's holding fairly well. Jeez. High of days at 39. That's a brutal fill. Brutalization on that. Okay. Gotta be quicker here. I held all that selling. Can we see 26, 28? Is that a false breakout? New lows? A false push, rather. Not really a breakout, false push. Might try again. Didn't come all the way down to like 13, 14. I'm going to try to hold for 30 here. Come on. We know you can. We know you can. And you're taking me down to the depths. Where's my hat? The light is getting to my eyes again, so now I have to put on another layer. There's the move to 30. There it is. Now can we go over 30 and make new highs? New lows. New lows on the pullback here. Not my cup of tea, but there's opportunities on this one for sure. It's kind of tough. I don't know, it just, for me personally, just doesn't feel like a stock I can make like 2, 3, 4K, you know? Like just, it's, and then they just get this random big move. Just great. The halt is at 62. Oh, hopefully it just keeps going, right? There's a bid. Oh man. He has to slap me in the face. The moment I'm saying it's just too tough to trade it. Well, hopefully it just sells off all the way because I don't even want to see this thing again, man. Let's get a better stock than this. Hopefully it sells off into Davy Jones' locker. It would have been nice to catch the move though. From 10 to 30. Man, FMTO, man, is this just gonna get delisted at 0? But the news might just be bankruptcy. I never checked. This is news bankruptcy tomorrow at this rate. Bankruptcy today at 12 p.m. You ever see a stock go from $5 to 6 cents? Just imagine if somebody was invested into this stock and they're now waking up and they bought shares at like $4 and they had, big size. Because yesterday it gave this big move here. I mean, it was all halts. I didn't really notice it till someone posted it in chat. But imagine you said, hey, all right, I'm going to take a chance here, swing trade this thing. You're in around $3. You're feeling pretty good, before going to bed, checking this thing overnight, seeing $5. You wake up 4 a.m., $8, go back to sleep. Now you're waking up and disaster. I mean, at this, it's like if you have 100 grand and then you wake up to this, it's like you have $600 left. You might as well just, write it off. Hope it doesn't go to zero and then bag hold it forever. Hopefully, random news sometime down the next 2 or 3 years goes up again. So swing trading definitely has its risks as well. Checking in on the SPY. SPY is consolidating at lows. CPI, I think, is tomorrow. And then CPI is tomorrow, and then I believe the Trump will announce if he's gonna, ease off a little bit or not as well, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see. So depending on data tomorrow, we could be down another 10%. This 25% increase on tariffs on China by Wednesday. Something like that is what I saw. I'm gonna go take out a loan if I can to just keep buying. I need to just buy the dip and then just wait patiently. Like I have a lot of cash still, but it's like I want even more cash, But if I'm to do something that risky, the loan has to make sense and have like a time horizon. Because if you're paying interest right away, then it makes no sense. Just stay with cash. Triad, let's keep it professional in the chat room, please. Keep it classy. SGN. Bro, why am I not looking at this stock, bro? I'm just talking. Holy shit. I mean, there's light volume, but is this the next big thing at SGN? Or is this pump and dump? My mindset today, though, was like great. Like I just felt so free trading today. It's like the 1K loss didn't even like feel like anything, And then to be using 3K size on the stock felt like nothing to do. It felt like I was using 1,000 shares on a stock at $1. How it felt. So the position, bro, I had a position where if the stock had given the breakout in that moment, instead it kind of like stalled out, came back down, went up, stalled out a little bit more, and then went. If that position was just one move up, we could have probably did like 10,000 in that trade because I had like 7,500 shares. Break of 12. If I only had more intuition of thinking it would like go all the way, I could have been more prepared, but the way how it was holding tightly between 1150 then 12, I figured like even if it gets over 12, maybe we'll still see some chop, a few micros maybe, and then if anything it then goes, but just wasn't prepared for the high of day, and I think maybe overlooking where high of day was relative to us being at like 1240. High of day was 1276. Needed to remember that a little bit more, to keep in mind to be on the offensive. 9 and 20 seconds for SGN. Yeah, to be on the offensive, to, hold longer, maybe get back in quicker if it comes up to that area. And remember that this type of stock is giving $1.50 breakout. So if you forget a couple of small key things just like that, you can, kind of fumble a trade. HEPA, cheaper stock moving up. And resumption coming up here in less than a minute for SGN. I'll look at it with small size, just 1,000 shares. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. We got close to 600 people here in the building watching SGN. Resumption here in 10 seconds. We're at 188. Can we false halt down? Actually, it's not a bad halt down. I don't want to see all halts. If we can get some candlesticks going, that'll be nice. Oh, wow. This can move. This has range. All right, switching over to HEPA for now. 65. High of day right now, 67.50. Could have bought that, but got a little hesitant. What was that? Why is it dropping so much? Bro, no, 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 no. Why is it just evaporating? Bro, what's this, man? I'm gonna look through the entire scan here just to see. FMTO down to 6 cents. Brutal. Short seller's dream if they're in that one, man. HEPA, big bounce to 60. I hope, I don't know, like, that type of drop is scary, bro. If this ends up being the stock of the day, we got to be very careful for big pullbacks. It's back up and it made a new high. I think I'll use small size for now. Resumption for SGN is coming up in about 16 seconds. We're at 174. It looks like it might be 10 minutes. PHIO. PHIO 218. Holy smokes. Can we dip? There's no dip. There's no dip. Damn, that was an aggressive resumption, yeah? I would have missed it. Thanks for that call out in the chat. Damn, I only got 1,000 shares. Aw. Can we get back over 50? PHIO. Trading it off screen. Ate that flush. I ate that flush. That's fair. It's a fair pullback, honestly, for the move up that we had. was just giving back all the gains. None of the stocks holding up. We go up, we come back down. This is just, at this rate, manipulation. Right? I never used that word, but oh, it's like if short sellers are trapped here and this thing surprisingly rips up and everyone is covering, and buyers who are long, even if they're taking profits, man, this thing's supposed to be ripping into new highs. But now we're into new lows, or at least rejecting hard. HEPA had a good dip. And they filled me 72, bro. That is brutal. Is this halt down worth it for a potential bounce after such an aggressive sell-off? Perhaps. If we don't shape up here in momentum, I'm out of here. Taking the gains off the table and running. Because we technically already gave back half from the other stock. DXF is all halts, and I think they're all like 10-minute halts. FMTO offering. HEPA moving, but very tough. You got to watch out for the spreads in that downside range. PHIO, choppy, up and down like a seesaw. SGN, longer halts and only halts. VERO, complete backside. WORX, not much. XXII, sold off into the abyss, into the void. Resumption, PHIO, 1 minute 30 seconds. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you are a new viewer. We do appreciate it. I think there's going to be a bounce out of this resumption. I'll trade it with small size. Less than a minute. $20. 14 seconds. 194 resumption. Here we go. I was expecting at least 210. I didn't get the fill I wanted either. So probably should have just cut it flat. Should have took the 2 cents. SGN. Can I get some candlesticks without a halt here? Halt levels are too tight. There's 210, 212. I think this might be a good place to take the gains.
CDTG. SG involves it for 10 hours, 30 minutes, and 31 seconds.
Yeah, SGN is halted up. SGN will resume at 30 and 31 seconds. It's not the best looking chart though, I'll say. I'm gonna take the gains. I could wait around with small size. Maybe something else comes. I could size down to just like 10 shares on everything. But my instincts is saying we had a good day. Perhaps we could walk away. If something else comes, I'll have to start small size first. 1,000 shares max. Try to get into a good rhythm. Size up, along the way. Try to add to the gains. But if it's red trades, we just like ease off completely. Pre-market versus the open. Yep. Story of our lives here. I mean, once you figure out pre-market, man, for those people who are, at it every day, trying to get better at pre-market, I got to start coming in earlier again with 10 shares.
Delay. SG and they resume in less than a minute.
SGN is coming up. I'm surprised as to how strong the resumption was for PHIO. It's not often you see a stock at 218 resume. Oh, I guess it was only 15 cents higher. Okay, I guess it wasn't that much, but I guess it went right away. Maybe some covering into the highs. So it got up to 37 and then 73 very quickly. PHIO, well, SNG, SGN.
Argument. GRAO.
Kind of hard to take that trade there, but if if you're aggressive for break of 50,
ADTX.
there was no buying, it just kind of went. So you'd have to just say, hey, I'm 46 entry, boom, tight stop before the halt down. Yeah, opportunity, nevertheless.
NAHC. Argument.
Once again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you're now tuning in, we're up about 2K on the day. We did give back half the gains, so right now we're trying to tread lightly. We're trying to be careful, and we're waiting
POET.
patiently.
ADHL.
If you travel to China, would you be able to trade? I've heard of a couple guys going out, like Japan and other places, and been able to trade. But latency, I heard, is like the biggest thing you got to keep an eye out for.
ADHL. DXF halted. DXF will resume at 10 hours 36 minutes and 27 seconds. SGN halted. SGN will resume at 10 hours 35 minutes and 55 seconds. ATPC. W. ADHL.
I'll pull up a decent amount from those lows. $35.55 for SGN.
ADHL halted. ADHL will resume at 10 hours 38 minutes and 12 seconds. HUBC halted. HUBC will resume HUBC at 7 minutes and 50 seconds. UPC halted. UPC will resume at 10 hours 37 minutes and 45 seconds. Argument.
We got a minute and some change.
ACHR, GTI,
AEHL lighter volume halt up.
SGN may resume in less than a minute.
SGN, we got about 40 seconds.
Except may resume in less than a minute.
15 seconds. SGN. If we can resume at 50, could be interesting. But again, all halts, and then, you got to keep waiting 5 minutes. AEHL next up.
CCT halted. CCT will resume in 10 hours, 47 seconds. SGN halted. SGN will resume in 10 hours, 41 minutes.
ICCT, not touching this one. Looks too weak.
HUBC may resume in less than a minute.
It's the first picture that's been posted of me in the chat. That's like a decent picture. All the other ones are me losing my mind. They say RT is the people's champion. We have 10 seconds for AEHL, small size here. Let's see how it does. We might get candlesticks here. Seems a little okay. 62. Not the best, but all right. Oh, that's going to be a fantastic trade with small size. Break of 4. The halt up is at 67, quite far away. Wardy. Can we get another micro? Okay, that was aggressive. Break of 50, a little bit of a hesitation. Yeah, there's quite a spread there. It's not bad. You just got to be careful. Pick your spots. I'm going to come up in size a little bit. Not too much. Just 1,000 base size. If I can hit 2 winning trades, I'll size up. I should have went. We had everything we needed to go to new highs of 80. I got high fills, it looks like. So more size down there would have been perfect because look at how aggressive that bounce was. 66 high of day. All right, I got to be careful. I do think I'm a little, behind on the ball here, but let's see if it keeps giving opportunities. And it's quick when it gets ready. There are buyers for sure. People are looking at it. Okay. All right. It's struggling over 70. Waiting. There's a better push. Can we see over 5? We should. We should. Holding for over 5. Holding for over 5. Adding. And it's not coming. At least not yet. Okay, a bit of a false breakout there. We didn't quite get over the new high, the whole dollar. Definitely a bit of a tough one, but there's opportunity. That's a good thing. We haven't had a red candle on the 1 minute in some time, so I want to keep that in mind. Two minutes until this 5 minute candle is donezo. So there might be time for one last. There's a lot of selling. Yeah, okay, that's one last hurrah. Nope, it's coming down. Okay. Time. Okay, fair, fair. time. I like this candle here curling up towards the end is pretty good. And it's probably going to test the highs here. I should have fly to new highs, but 11. Short sellers hanging by a thread here. Got none of that, man. Come on, it's just so quick to come back down. 30-cent trade gone. Now, like I feel like I missed the whole thing. I'm gonna size down a little bit. The risk up here is gonna be higher. The last big trade, I slipped through my fingers there. Damn, bro. The halt up 73. Oh. Well, this resumption will be interesting, but you want to have a cushion by now, you know? Can't get a grip on this thing. What happened, I think, too, is that I expected too much of a pullback in this area here. I thought maybe the whole dollar was gonna come because we didn't really get a red candle. And I'm thinking at least 2 red candles coming down because we're so extended. Instead, it's just like the candle opens, makes a new low, but then it's right back up. I even bought 50 here, but you know it kind of didn't really go in that time. It still kind of hesitated and then eventually ripped up to 70, 80. Resumption. 3 minutes, 30 seconds out. Now we're extended like nobody's business. I gotta make a decision here. After the dip and rip, if it comes, even if it comes in the first place, do I want to stay on the offensive trying to get the new highs? Or do I look for just one trade if it shows the entry and then leave it alone? I'm going to go with my initial instincts, which is telling me that because we've been seeing stronger small cap stocks, and to this point we haven't had a stock of the day just yet, and this one on the daily chart is somewhat continuation, this thing will probably go even more before it's done. So I'm going to stay on the offensive after the dip and rip if it comes, but I need to be careful. Again, I don't have a cushion on it yet. You know, time like now, I'd want to be up 1K at least with this type of big move. So I want to keep that in mind. Tread lightly, smaller size. And, you know, perhaps I go max size of 2K. And base size, 15. Not gonna go up to like 4, 5, 6K. I think it's just too risky to give back the whole day in one trade if we kind of get caught in a flush. 5K, 50 cents, just like that, we're back to flat on the day. So 1,500 shares. Probably, you know what? We're probably cap 1,500 shares, max size. And we're just gonna, go from there with that, and just, if we can get up to 500, 1K, whatever, great. If not, keep it tight. But if we don't see the dip and rip, I don't want to be overly aggressive here. Showing a sideways resumption.
NHL may resume in less than a minute.
Again, if you're now tuning in, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We go live every weekday morning. We got 40 seconds to ticker symbol AEHL resumption coming up. All right, 25 seconds. 1,500 shares, small size. We're resuming sideways, it seems. I want to be ready for anything. I want to be fearless here. And most importantly, I need to wait for my setup. Can we get a dip? Works like a charm, doesn't it? Ah, I sold that early. Right idea. It's getting extended. This is where I want to ease off a little bit. We missed out on 30 cents there in that second to last trade, but all good in the neighborhood. It's holding 50, but I don't trust it quite yet. There's a bid. Instant rejection. Look at that. That was tough. All right, we got to be careful sizing down. We haven't had a red candle, so it could be backside. But again, we'll play it by ear. We'll see. Oh, no way, did that. Taking the dip. People are buying, I think. Tight stop. Okay, okay, it's having a hard time. 50. The spreads are brutal. Something to watch out for. Sizing back down. Well, I never sized up. No wonder I didn't make anything there. Jeez. Oh, come on. Anyhow, we probably had scratch trades. Lows, 18. That last 1 minute candle made a new high. Although a bit of a topping wick after. The 5 minute chart looks pretty bullish, but extended at the same time. I'm trying to pace myself. Like I'm not using size at all. I'm kind of sketched out a little bit because there are no pullbacks. Again, we're still pretty extended. So I'm trying not to go too crazy here. It might try again. Okay, maybe okay. It needs to keep holding if it will. Just throwing out orders to see in case it goes. Tight stops. Is this it? Not yet. Okay, waiting. Not quite. Lows 33. I'm getting a little distracted. Gotta stay focused here. I don't understand how I could start a daydream and I'm doing like how does that happen? Like that store. Alright, 33. Some live commentary here to keep myself focused. Bit of a bigger pullback there. Again, I want to be very, very careful of backside. When backside comes, it will be brutal because of how aggressive the stock was going up. I don't even want to touch backside. Not with a 10-foot pole. So right now my share size has been decreased to 300. And I'm proceeding with caution on this pullback. It's possible it could retake new highs, but you know, could also be the end of the move here too. Perhaps a double bottom there.
CCT.
$78 for lows. There's a seller at 1243,612. Seller is gone. Might have canceled. Doesn't look like the order got filled. And what's the high here? 25. My next trade should be a winning trade here. I'm going to attempt to trade here soon. I would hope it's a winning trade. I should have gotten filled. Should have gotten filled. It might go lower too. I mean, there's some sellers at 6. I would have been in 85 looking for break of 6, and boom, there it is. Put out a limit order, but no fill. The selling pressure here is not strong at all, which is a little surprising. Can I see back over? Yeah. Oh, yeah, back over 6. Or at least close to it. There's 98 on the ask. There's like no selling down there at all, which is strange. Maybe the stock comes back up. I don't know. I think I might take a trade on the highs here. And that trade will not work. I'll try again a little higher. It's a weird consolidation for sure, but consolidating all right. As I said, I wasn't going to touch the backside, and I took 2 trades. But seeing good signs here. We'll see if the 5-minute pullback here holds up. But I don't want to get carried away if it makes a new low. To keep trying to buy the low. You know, none of that.
CCT.
Very fair, very fair. One position, one in, one out. So far, it's a healthy consolidation here. Pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing unusual. Nothing looking threatening. It either will go up or down. And if it does go down and I'm in, I need to keep the wrist tight with a quick stop. If it goes Depending on how it go, I'd like to be in. High or low.
SG at fault. SG at losing at 11 hours 8 minutes and 9 seconds.
Okay.
VT.
Are we gonna fail miserably? Let's see how it comes down. It might make a new low here. No, not quite. It held up 90. So perhaps a retest. Bro, I mean, not every day is the same, but it's like the same, it's like similar things, you know, kind of happening over and over. Just like the news. You know, before you turn on the news channel, you know exactly what you're gonna see. But it's always a little, just slightly different, just slightly. Instead of Manhattan, there was a pickpocket thief in Brooklyn instead.
SG.
Come on. Time. 6. It's definitely taking its time, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minutes so far.
SHC to fault. PCTTC losing at 11 hours 10 minutes and 55 seconds. DOW. GPCR.
It is donezo. Alright. That is all it wrote. That is all it wrote. It is cooked. Finished. Yeah, you know, I guess I was always a bit of a class clown in some ways. A lot of the A students would laugh at my joke. A lot of the A students, the students who are in the depths would just look at me like I'm crazy. But I don't know what that means. The backstory of what happened with me and Farmer, the backstory is that there is no story. And that man is obsessed with the boys. I don't know why. A madman. ICCT. I think that's the day. That may be the day. Did this thing curl back up? Let's just make sure before we leave, because it definitely hurts when you come back and then these stocks like this are $9, $10. It's recovered fairly well. We'll see if candles close above the support. Time 10 seconds. I'll probably stick around another 10 minutes.
CCT.
This is a nice cushion though. Got another one. It's definitely not as nice as this one. If candlesticks close above 80, it might still have something, but again, I'm hands off here, just on the sidelines.
CCTV may resume in less than a minute. MRF may resume in less than a minute. NTC.
AEHL
ELD.
getting ready to snipe to the downside. I think going short, I mean, let's see.
NTC.
Going short here is not a terrible idea. It's not close to the heights by any means, but if we zoom out, we can go back down to $3, right? But it is at 5 compared to, or 580 compared to this is an interesting candlestick here. It needs to close aggressive.
HUM.
If it gives back the gains, then it's whatever.
NTC.
Talking about going short. I was expecting a washout. Here we are. I probably wouldn't even cover. I'd probably just keep adding. And then, my stop over like 630. That's if I'm shorting here. If I'm already short higher up, then it's a different story. Close.
HM.
Okay, okay. All right, all right. Short sellers wouldn't want to see this type of green candle here at all. So right now I'm thinking about what I'm gonna eat for lunch / breakfast. This is interesting here if it comes up. I'm gonna take a starter just in case. Can it get over 25 and hold above 25?
VLIB may resume in less than a minute.
I got filled 27? Goodness. Talk about robbery in the fills, right? Moon, 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 moon. I'm holding this till 7. Holding this till 7. Bro, let's go. That is insane. Good old RT getting it done.
AEHL.
And it is halting up for the boys to dial in. Now that I have a cushion, I can really express myself on this resumption. Which size? At least 2K shares minimum. Now there's going to be risk of me giving it back, of course, but now I can dance freely. Oh, the game has begun. Hopefully you guys got that trade.
PCTTU may resume in less than a minute.
You know, one thing that I know about social media is that when you put yourself out there, like how I put myself out there, showing a fair portion of my life, you have to expect that people will talk about you for one reason or another. Good, bad, in between. People can be critical, people can say good things, people can say whatever. And so because I choose to put myself here in the public's eye, I have no problem with anybody talking about me in any way. People can feel free to reign the name RT across the globe.
GT.
For me, it's all about dialing in the sweet trades. Like we're about to lock in on this resumption. Stir up the pot and cook. Today we have curry chicken on the menu. And I'll be licking my fingers. Now, with all this crazy talk, I better be agreed on this resumption, right? We don't need our plate to fall and break. I can taste the green as the short sellers get scared because they're short. Watch, look at this, right? Short sellers are short all here. I don't know why this stock even went up this aggressively. But what I know, if I know anything, short sellers are short. And a lot of them probably didn't have their stops tight over 30. Their stops are probably all the way high of day. So now they're going to feel the pain. And we're going to take the gain. The moon here, inbound. No fear, no hesitation. I think max size of 2,500. And we're going to put some smaller size in case we have to come back down. But I don't want to risk more than 800 here on this first trade. Which is already kind of aggressive, of course. All right. We are at high of day, which definitely makes it interesting. We have 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. This is the stock of the day, by the way. All the other stocks were not the stock of the day. This is the stock. This is the one. VERO had a chance, but it kind of faded out early. And this is the one. By the way, guys, I have a nice vlog coming out this weekend. I think you guys will enjoy it. Not the Team House vlog. I don't think it's ready yet, but this other one. 20 seconds. AEHL. Halted up at 709. High of day 713. Sticking to fairly small size, all things considered. No fear, no hesitation. 5, 4, here we go. 10 minutes. 10-minute halt up. It's showing 750 resumption now. $7.50 resumption. Licking the fingers is crazy. Bro, when you eating some nice food, whatever you like, and the sauce gets onto your hand, and you're in the comforts of your own house, it must be done. Now, if you're at a dinner table or at a restaurant or fine dining and you're using your knife and your fork, whole different story.
GT.
LICN.
758 resumption.
BRN. CDE. CRGY.
You know, I'm trying to program my brain, especially after last month.
PTEN. NTLA.
I'm trying to program my brain more
XXI.
to just live in the moment and
WORX.
not being fixated on the what ifs. It's going to take more time for sure,
BMAR.
but trying to get to a place where I can just always look forward to the next opportunity,
BLIV.
think a step ahead, 2 steps ahead, and just try to pace myself through every day. You know, we literally went down to 150 shares earlier. Those are the kind of things that I need to do more of to give myself more of a chance in terms of longevity, sticking around. So thinking 2 steps ahead. Hey, if I'm going to stay, these are the things that I need to do to give myself a good chance at going the distance. Stock comes along, how do I want to manage size? So right here, hey, 2,000 shares, no more. We don't want to be overly aggressive. We just want to pace ourselves and just go slowly, because I've only been retaining 25% of my gains, which is quite tragic. But if I switch the approach to this new approach, then more than likely I'm able to retain a higher percentage of the gains over time. So, you know, pushing too hard, trying to be overly aggressive and just, you know, save the world in one day, it's just not the way to go. Just slow and steady, small trades, and then over time, you get to a grand sum. We got a minute for resumption. It's showing 781 resumption, which would be quite insane. Hopefully there's an entry. $784 resumption now. Deep breath. No fear, no hesitation. If I see the setup, I will be in, and we're going to look to manage risk, execute, and see how the following continuation trades look. If not, we ease off and wait. 709. Could have sold that for gains. I got filled 70. That's not fair. That's not okay. That's very brutal. It is dicey. So far, so good, I think, for the most part. Spreads are brutal down there. Size down a little bit. Size down a little bit just to be careful here. Time. You cannot hesitate to sell. Goodness. 30 cents. Yeah, that's on me on that trade. It does seem like a new high is going to come, but it's a little, shaky. Not really shaky, but choppy. Just a little choppy. But I think a new high is probably going to happen. Now it's a false breakout. It comes down quick when it's coming down. You gotta really be careful. And I didn't hold. I'm gonna try it again. Are we holding? Are we holding? Are we holding? Rejection. It could sell off hard here. Could Titanic. 50. We really needed that new high right there to hold. Is this backside? That trade is like dead now. Like it's just impossible. It is in slums. All right, I think that is it for the fifth time today. Hey, bro. Salve, just trade in the main account, brother. Trade in the main account for the next 2 days. The monster is tilted today. Just trade in the main account for a day or two. Let's go in the chat room here. Big Dash dialing in with a nice big green day. PR day at that. Let's get it. The team is cooking. Cooking. The monster tilted today. All right, is there anything else? Or is that it? Can this stock curl back up? The 5-minute candle has less than a minute. Immediate rejection. Immediate. Needs time. It's time. Is it gonna fail? Nope. There's a lot more selling than what I would expect, though. It's getting pulled down, bro. That should have easily got up to 8. Easily. Alright, maybe this is my last trade here. Yeah, okay. Struggling a little bit. Alright, I think that might do it, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow again. When is the Dash Trader Archives coming to MMU? Maybe sometime soon. MMU students are in full bloom right now. As you guys can see, for those of you who are in the chat room, you guys are seeing what's happening. History's being made. We're creating millionaires here. Another beautiful day. Another beautiful day. History is being made. Alright, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Check out the links down below. Check out the link for the chat room. Check out the link for the classes. If you too are interested in learning how to trade and perhaps, becoming the next Dash, check out Merciless Markets. Dash, one of our students and also moderator here in the chat room. Big green today. Here, I'm going to stop streaming here for a bit as we're shutting it down. Let's pull up that sweet P&L to showcase for the people. Dash Trader, baby, getting it done. Look at that. Lovely, big green, small red on the ones that didn't work. Managing risk, sizing up in the key areas, getting it done. PR day, 10,000. And there's more PR days for him coming soon. Oh, don't worry. Just wait and you guys will see. Just wait and you guys will see. So for those of you who are interested, you can check out the website here. I'll post the link. And of course, you can utilize coupon code TARIF if you do want to join the day trading program here, the best one in the world, which takes traders from 0 to advance. Now, whilst we do not guarantee, we don't guarantee success, but we guarantee transparency. As in, we show everything that we do from the start to finish, right? And included in the full package, we live stream the scanners in the chat room with low latency. We have tutorials of all the platforms we use. Not to mention, of course, the course itself, again, which goes from 0 to advanced. Can't forget to say it. You got to say it twice. Every morning, every day, every day. There's also Q&A sessions, rehab calls, coaching calls, as well as the live trading archive library. So we have videos up there of us trading the days from start to end with all of our instruments included. So, right now, for example, I have this other screen that I'm always looking up, right? This screen here. So we have a bunch of recordings basically of like this that's posted from prior days of big green days, big red days, everything. So, you study those, you study the chapters, chances are that you can figure things out, right? So we can't guarantee success because, you can't guarantee something like that. It's trading is still hard, but we guarantee transparency as in us showing everything that there is to show. So the students have a good chance. And I think that's why our community is number one. You look at all the other trading communities out there, from top to bottom, there's like some hidden agenda or something, people not showing everything. And then you have people who are fake, who are selling something, who there is nothing to learn from, people buying a course to something that doesn't even exist. Come on, man. Relentless trading, merciless markets, mighty stocks, Lucas, wrong bet, Nikki, everybody who's here in this community. Number one, easy, 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 easy. Number one. And a coupon code tariff is to help out for those people who are looking for a bit of a discount. Hit the thumbs up. Why can't I guarantee success? Well, because I can't guarantee that I'll even wake up tomorrow. For that same reason is why I can't guarantee success. But we have students who have turned the corner. It's like here's a good example, right? As the stock is actually curling back up. If I pay for you to go to school, right, to college, to university, and you're enrolled in, let's say, medical field or something, you're a medical student, right? You still have to pass all your exams. You still have to show up every day. There's still like buying a course, like paying for a college class, is only the beginning, right? That doesn't guarantee nothing. In fact, there's people who bought the course that never even opened it. Like I can see that. Like it's crazy. There's a few people who bought the course that's never even opened up the course, not even once. And I see this thing, I go mad. It's like, how is this like this? Maybe unless maybe something happened to this person. Hopefully not, or people like hopefully not. I would like to hope not, because and again, like that's just what life is, right? But if you pay for a college course, it doesn't mean anything. You still have to apply yourself. You still have to reach out if you need help. There's still things you have to do. You have to show up to class every day, show up on time, show up to practice in with small size, show up to the simulator, right? Go through the material. There's a lot of people who also fall victim to skipping over bulks of chapters, like going to the back half of the chapters only, like the last 5, 6 chapters. And then like I'll notice this because in the questions that they'll ask, like it's already been addressed in the chapters, right? The earlier chapters. So the key is to go through everything and practice, go slow, respect the market for what it is, meaning you can lose everything. So go slow, small size, simulators. And when you follow it in that way, you really and truly can't really lose a ton of money. You'll be paying for maybe your DAS subscription, $150 a month, fast internet. Of course, if you don't have a laptop or PC, you have to get a decent one. These are like the investments. But in a small cash account, like $2,000 can sit, and you're just using 1 to 10 shares to practice. And part of the course and part of being here every day is understanding as well that you have to save for PDT. Either save for PDT, like, because there's different ways. I'll never, like, I'm not a financial advisor, so I can't give advice in that sense. But if I'm somebody who has mastered a strategy with small size, 1 to 10 shares, and I need the 25K, I'm going to explore all my options, as in even borrowing, because at the end of the day, this is a business, right? This is a business, and if that's the last thing left. At that rate, the money is somewhat irrelevant, right? Because you figured out the strategy, and now you know how to make money forever, right? Unless something changes here. But that's why we can't guarantee success. Long story short. Yeah, trading is hard. Trading is hard. Trading is hard. But it's possible. So we have to apply the knowledge that's there, and then continue to work to be better. Different people face different battles, different obstacles, but we have to find ways to push through. Try different things, and just keep working to being your best self. Deep down, a part of it too is also, having the confidence to know that you can do. It's like the generic saying that's out there that you can be anything you want to be, right? And if you know to yourself personally that tomorrow you could start plumbing and be a great plumber after some time, and you'll learn from your mistakes, and you're just going to keep applying yourself over and over, then it's possible, right? It's possible. Now, if you fall off a balcony putting some pipes outside, and then you break your back, then there goes your plumbing dreams, right? Which is why nothing is guaranteed. Even plumbing, not guaranteed, right? So, with that being said, hit the thumbs up. Check out the Discord, chat room, check out the classes, and I'll catch you guys in the recap, and then tomorrow again for another beautiful day. Stay safe, stay green. Time to shut it down. Later. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. See you guys later.